Okay, I think we've got it here. So today we are going to be talking about your phone. Your phone might be making you fat. And let's get rid of that. Um, what I mean by that is sometimes there are things that we are doing with our phone that can actually cause our weight loss efforts to be sabotaged. And, so the question is, what if the device that you're holding right now, probably to watch this video, the one that we use to check like a million times during the day, whether it's
Mhm.
email, whether it's texts, whether it's the calendar, the weather, all the things, could that be the reason why you're stuck on losing weight? So in this video, I'm going to walk you through the 5 mistakes that you're probably making and the 6 simple steps you can implement today to take back control of your health and weight. So I want to first start with the 5 ways that your phone is preventing you from losing weight. Number one, well, are the notifications that we get all day long trigger a stress hormone that increases fat storage
Wow.
and sugar cravings. Yeah,
Mhm.
so that cortisol spike, whenever we have a notification, whether we realize it or not, just every time that little vibration happens, we get a cortisol spike, and that cortisol is something that increases inflammation and it increases the fat storage and more sugar cravings. So if we're getting notifications all day long, we're getting all these little stress hits all day long. Number two, social media content triggers a
Mhm.
stress response. So even if you feel like, oh, well, I don't have the notifications on, or I'm not watching anything scary or like a scary show, when we scroll through social media, we are triggered, whether we realize it or not. Sometimes we're watching entertaining things, but sometimes we are looking at things. Maybe it's the news. The news, no matter what, no matter, what the politics are that are going on, they're gonna trigger you. Or maybe, they sensationalize all the stories that happen. So there's so much stress triggers that happen when we are scrolling through social media, the news, the things that we tend to look at. It could be in the comments or it could be the posts, either one. There's a lot of stress triggers that are happening. And then the next thing is the blue light. So, when we are staring at our phones, especially when we are trying to go to sleep, we might be scrolling through social media, we might be getting notifications, and we are getting the blue light from the phone. And the blue light is going to stop your body from producing melatonin because it's replicating the sunlight. So, if your body thinks that it's daylight, it's not going to produce the correct hormones that help you to sleep. So the more we use the phones or any kind of device, any kind of screen in the evening, the more our body is going to struggle when it's time to go to sleep. Sometimes people feel like, oh, but the phone puts me to sleep because if I scroll, then I fall asleep really quick. However, that may be true, but it's not going to give you as good a quality of sleep as the night goes on. So you may have less deep sleep if you are using blue light before you go to sleep. So it's another thing. Now, what's the point of talking about sleep when we're talking about weight loss? Well, there's a huge connection between quality of sleep, quantity of sleep, and your ability to have good, successful weight loss. There's a lot of studies that show that
Yeah.
when we're not getting enough sleep and we're not getting enough good quality sleep, then our weight loss efforts are very difficult. So, and then number four, phone use during meals. So that's another thing, it might be a lunch break or it might be just in the evening. You're using your phone and scrolling or watching some kind of some content. When we're distracted, when we're eating, we're not producing the right hormone, the right enzymes for digestion. And we might not be paying attention to our fullness signals. So we have hormones that tell us when we're hungry and when we're full. But if we're distracted and not paying attention to them, then we don't hear them. And then we end up overeating. We might not even feel satisfied,
The
even though we've
ghrelin and the
eaten.
leptin.
Exactly. Yes, the ghrelin and the leptin. Yep. So leptin is something that helps us to feel full. But if we're not listening to it because we're distracted, then we're not going to realize that we've eaten enough. So we can end up overeating when we're distracted. And then the fifth one is hours scrolling means that you're not moving. So either you're scrolling when you're supposed to be sleeping, so now you're not sleeping, or you're scrolling when you could be doing other things like moving your body. And of course, the lack of movement is going to slow down your metabolism. So there's actually a lot of ways that your phone may be sabotaging your weight loss efforts. And the only reason why I bring this up is because we want to be aware of it so that we can prevent that from happening. Now, when we are in that stress mode, when we either get the stress response from social media or we get the stress response from the notifications, then there are things that are happening inside your body. Number one, digestion slows down, and then we are not burning calories as quickly. Fat storage increases because of the cortisol. Cortisol triggers more fat storage. Inflammation rises because of that cortisol. Whenever we have a lot of cortisol happening, we have more inflammation. So if we're trying to reduce inflammation, we don't want a lot of cortisol happening all the time, especially later on in the day. And then lastly, metabolism is going to suffer. And we all want a better, faster metabolism, right? We don't want a slow metabolism. We want our metabolism to be working really hard so that we can have a better chance of losing weight. And so all those things that the phone is doing is going to sabotage that metabolism. Now, let's move on to the good stuff. What to do instead. So you can use this checklist, which, by the way, if you get this document, which you can have in the group, you can actually just click on the little boxes and click them off each day. So it's kind of convenient. So what to do instead? Number one, turn off non-essential notifications. This is something I did a long time ago. I only have the notifications on for things that I absolutely need to know right away. So that's probably going to be texts. And I still want to hear the phone ring if it rings. But I don't need Facebook notifications. I don't need my email notifications. I mean, how many junk emails do we get? There's so many apps that have notifications. We just don't need them because you can decide to check them when it's time to check them. So I have certain times when I go and I check my emails, I check my different apps notifications, but I don't need to be buzzed throughout the day for sure. So that's one thing you can do is just turn them all off, is all the ones that you can turn off. Number two is create a phone-free zone. So some suggestions are the dinner table. So maybe you decide you're going to eat dinner with no phone. It could be the bedroom. That could be a no phone zone. So you can charge your phone in a different room or during workouts. That one is going to be dependent on how you do your workouts. For me, I use a YouTube video, and so I put it up. But if you're kind of distracted by social media or other things while you're working out, then get rid of it. So the next one is put the phone away, ideally 1 hour before bed. And I know that could be really hard for some people. And so I suggest even starting with 15 minutes, 30 minutes is great. That will help because it allows your body to start preparing for bed. It keeps your body keeps your brain away from the blue light so that it can really start to produce the correct types of hormones. We want more melatonin, less cortisol in order to have a good night's sleep. So putting the phone away earlier helps. Now, a lot of studies will tell you 2 hours before bed is really what we need to be doing. But if we can at least start with 15 to 30 minutes, that's better than scrolling until we fall asleep. The next thing is, this should say, don't eat. I'll fix that right now. Don't eat with your phone. And, oh, don't eat. I'm gonna put it back. Eat without your phone.
There you go.
Yes, I had to fix that. So eat without your phone. When you are not distracted, you can actually be present with your food, taste your food, notice your hormones telling you when you are full and when you're still hungry, and really be more in tune with your body when you don't have distractions. And then next one is track your screen time. Your phone will actually tell you how much screen time you've used. And sometimes it's surprising how much we use it. And the last one is replace scrolling with healthy habits. So maybe you're scrolling in the evening when you lay down for bed. So can you do something else that you enjoy instead of scrolling? Maybe you enjoy reading a book or doing some stretching or doing some journaling. These are all really great things to do that could help you fall asleep faster, could help you get sleepy, and it would be a much better habit than using the phone. Okay, so I hope that was helpful. I just want to wrap up by saying that every notification has the potential to spike your stress hormones, disrupt your sleep, make you crave more food. And I know it's the thing that we carry everywhere. A lot of people even hand it to their kids, me included. So, it happens. And it might be the very reason why you can't lose weight. So I hope that this little chat today motivates you to set some boundaries, think about what you want to do, and helps to give you that push that you need to make a change. Because even small changes with your phone can lower stress, improve your sleep, help your body let go of the weight that it's been holding on to. You have the power to change this. So if anyone that's watching this, anyone watching the replay wants a copy of this Google Doc and to learn more about natural ways to lose weight, I'm sharing it in my free community. So you can click on the description below this video and join that free community and get a copy of this. And for those of you who are tired of figuring things out yourself without making a lot of progress, I only have one spot left to work with me one-on-one this month. Even if you've tried everything, I know I can help you. There's a link in the description below this video to book a free 15-minute call so that we can figure out what's been holding you back and map out your next steps. And our health is too important to be dictated by a device. We've got this. All right. So now let me